What's up, everyone? It's Ivlith with another game review for you. This one is called Green Hell. Now, what can I say about Green Hell? Well, Green Hell, in my opinion, is what I would consider a top tier survival game. I think that Green Hell is, if it was just based off of this game being survival, this game's top tier. 9 out of 10 material, right? Really good survival. Then you take that survival and you throw it into a really good story. And now you got a game. When Green Hill came out and I started playing the single player, and I've got about 150 hours in this game, I'll start off by saying that. When I started playing Green Hell, the survival to me was perfect. For other people, the survival can be overwhelming. Now, this game has a great mixture of challenges, a more relaxing story mode, and a more relaxing endless mode, where if you just want to get on and you want to explore, this game did a great job of mixing up a lot of different aspects. Now, the challenge modes are hard. They're going to require you to do them several different times. The hardest part about the challenge modes is not completing the challenge. It's doing the challenge mode speedily while keeping yourself alive. Green Hell is one of those games that if you're playing it and uh, you get too caught up in what you're doing, you can start to lose track of your character's overall health. Now, I've got a couple of multiplayer games, so I'll let you see what I got going on. Day 38. I don't know if I have anything that's not. Alright, let's just continue this storyline. Now, again, there is a really expansive story. You're gonna go through and play the game, but the thing that makes this game fun is, again, you having to survive. It has a lot of aspects to it. It's got, you need meat, you need fats, you need carbohydrates, you need water. There's times when the water kind of goes away. You're in a rainforest, but there's droughts, and there's all these different things that can happen. Like you're going around and you're trying to do this poison water, but if you step in that water, you get poisoned. So now you got to try to figure out a way to go and find all these different materials in the world. Like if you get cut, you get infections, and you need all this different stuff to be able to help yourself. You got to explore to get items you need. In the meantime, there's plenty of different animals. There's poison tree frogs. There's rattlesnakes, Brazilian spiders, pumas. I believe there's a tiger in the game. There's what's the smaller alligator? Caimans are in the game. Bees, ants, all these different things can hurt you. Not to mention the tribal people that can cut you and stab you and do all these different things to you. So as you're exploring into the world, everything feels cautious, because if you get injured, you've got to get yourself healed. So as you're playing the game, you're always on your toes. You're always looking around every corner. So the game feels survival. this is survival. If I had to explain it to somebody, this is what survival is. This is, in my opinion, probably one of the closest games you can get to actually, being out in the world and surviving. And again, like I said, you're looking for your fats, your carbs, your water. So, I've got to go and find nuts to get my fats up. I got to go find a certain animal that I can kill to get my uh, fats from. I've got to find bananas to get my carbohydrates, and that all requires me to go out in the world. But if I go out in the world, I got to worry about, is there going to be a snake up under that bush? Is there going to be a tiger or something that's going to jump on me? So it feels very survivally. Survivally, I don't know if that's a word, but you get the point. It feels good. And I'll give you a glimpse of what I mean by survival. So if I come down to the lake here, this water is poisonous. I have to boil the water to be able to drink it, but if I were to hit this water, now I'm poisoned. I have a fever. So now I got to figure out a way to deal with that fever. It may be something like boiling water with charcoal in it, or killing an animal and getting its bones and boiling that. And that fever, you can see my energy down in the bottom left is slowly draining my energy. So now I've got to worry about keeping my energy level while trying to get rid of this fever. So now I got to worry about not passing out, because if I pass out and I lay on this wet, damp ground, I get a chance of getting worms. So if I get worms, now I've got to go kill a fish to be able to pop the worm out. Once I pop the worm out, then I get an infection. So I got to go find a bandage to wrap around that cures infection. And then I have to wait a few days for that infection to go away. So I got to be cautious when doing anything. And that, to me, is perfect for survival. Also, the story, the story is great. The story is not the best that I've ever heard, but I'd definitely put it in the higher end. It's a 8 out of 10 survival game, 9 out of 10 survival game. We'll say 9 out of 10 survival game with a 7 out of 10 story. So you take that, you mix that up with the survival being so high and the story being good. I'd raise the score based off the survival. This game right here, if you're looking for this genre of game, and again, my 8.2 out of 10 is not going to be the same as a Halo 1, the original Halo 8.2 out of 10. This is a survival game, and for me, this game is an 8.2 out of 10 for survival games. You're not going to find a game that's much better on survival. It's missing a little depth on the AI. The building is getting better. They started adding in mud stuff, but the building could be a little bit more in depth. I think they just started adding in shelving units. They just started adding in second floor, so the game's still being updated regularly with new items and stuff. As of right now, this game stands at an 8.2. They work on the AI a little bit. Like if they were to get the forest AI and then they were to get the building just a little bit more tweaked, and I get it, they're going for a very basic structure style game. They do those two things. We're talking about probably one of my first 9 out of 10 games reviewed on this channel. So, a couple of things they could tweak, couple of things they can make better. But if you're looking for a pure survival game, Green Hell is a great one. Again, if you want to see me do a playthrough on this game, if you want to see me do more tips and tricks on this game, leave a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. That scared the hell out of me. I did not expect them to say anything. If you're looking for more, again, just comment. I'm going to continue to do reviews on all the games that I play. I will never do a review without playing the game. You're not going to get a 3-hour review out of me. It's not going to happen. I'm going to play the game to the fullest. I'm going to give you the information you need for the style of game that it is, for if you want to play it or not. Thank you very much for watching the video, and have a good one.